Good morning. I, Dr. N. Veena, Assistant Professor, Department of Commerce and Economics, Faculty of Arts and Science, BICER. Today, I am going to discuss about business combination. Let me see, what is business combination? See, the business combination is a type of transaction in which businesses aim to grow in size by means of one organization acquiring the other organization, and therefore they take control of business activity and the employee of other organization. So in simple term, it is the consolidation of two or more businesses as one to achieve a common goal by eliminating the competition is called it as business combination. It means that see, generally the company is doing similar type of business and they are involving the similar line of activity. So they may go for business combination to get the economic benefit and also minimize the competition. Otherwise, we may say this mergers and acquisition. We know all about merge and acquisition. Merge means it refers to situation where one, two or more than two companies of similar nature, they combine willingly. So that we call it as mergers. While an acquisition means it is one type of takeover. It refers to situation where the bigger company takes over the smaller company. So that we call it as acquisition. So simply we said business combination means it is the consolidation of two or more businesses as one to achieve the common goal by eliminating the competition is called it as business competition. And coming to the definition about the business combination, according to Mr. Haney, he defined that to combine is simply to become one of the part of a whole, and the combination is merely a union of persons. So to make a whole or group for the prosecution of some of common purpose, we called it as business combination. And let us see the causes of business combination. Causes means is nothing but the reasons of business combination. So the first and foremost reason is elimination of competition. The name itself describes. So this is the first main cause of business combination, and is to eliminate the competition among the businesses. See, nowadays a large number of firms produce particular type of commodity, right? So the competition among the rival firms leads to goods being sold at a cutthroat price. So the stiff competition among the procedure has increased the capital risk and also reduce the profit. So some firms do not survive the competition, and so initially they close the businesses also. See, the over extension of plant and equipment and the unrealistic price has forced the operating enterprises to unit and save themselves from the competition. So that most of the industrialists, they feel pressure in setting up the competition to avoid the competition. Okay. The second reason is to solve the capital problem. See, the small unit of the production, they face the problem of capital shortage. So they cannot expand their businesses. So what happened as a result, the small units may form the combination to overcome these type of capital problems. And the third one is to achieve the economics, which means that see, some of business unit, they combine themselves to achieve the economic of large scale production advantage. That means it helps to purchase of raw materials at low price, and also they're selling the product which would increase the profit also. Okay. So this is also one of the reason for business combination. And the next one is effective management. See, generally, some units are unable to hire the services of experts and experienced managers because of insufficient finance, right? So the small industry unit combine themselves to hire the services of effective management. This is also one of the reasons for business combination. And the next one is tariff facility, which means that tariff is oftenly described as the mother of combination. See, because behind the tariff falls, firms tend to expand their scale of operation considerably, which may spell undesirable competition. So to check the wayward growth of the firm, the combination are formed to monopolize the domestic market. So to compete with the external firm, so some industrial units combine themselves so that the government also imposes heavy duties to protect the domestic procedures. This is also one of the reason. And the next one is uniform policy, which means that all the unit adopt uniform policy due to the business combination. It regularize the business activity for all the units. And the next is use of technology. The technological development also the pathway to the large scale operation. See, the business combination can use the latest technology and also the new method of production because its sources are sufficient. So the small unit with the limited financial resources, they are unable to compete the bigger ones, right? So in contrast, the single unit, they cannot do so. So that the adoption of modern technology and requires a huge capital investment which small unit could not provide. So this is also one of the reasons for business combination. And the next one is to face crisis, which means that it is very difficult for the small industrial unit to face the crisis in the days of inflation and deflation. So the small units combine themselves to face this problem easily. And the next one is growth of joint stock company. See, the joint stock company has the characteristics of separate and continuous entity, limited liability, and transferability of shares, the possibility of raising more capital like this. So the large company with huge capital subscribed by numerous members with limited liability. They came into being for undertaking the large scale business in different industries. So these big companies thought of absorbing other companies or in some form of controlling other companies. They related to their business so as to earn more profit and also secure dominant position in the market. So the corporate system of the enterprises made it easy aggregation of the company. See, by purchasing of more than 50% of voting shares, the large company secured substantial control over the relative similar company. For example, holding companies, amalgamation, absorption, and interlocking of direction. These are all the examples of these. So the growth of joint stock company has also made it possible for various industrial units to form the combination. And the next one is status of market, which means that a big firm enjoy a higher status and respect than the smaller one. So that the small business units, they prefer to combine themselves for getting higher status. This is also one of the reasons. And the next one is demand and supply balance. See, a business combination is very useful in controlling overproduction. See, the tendency of the business activity to fluctuate regularly between the booms and depression gave a flips of business combination. So it adjusts the supply according to the demand of the market. So the overproduction cannot take place and the price remains stable. So particularly during the period of depression, the new unit cannot enter into the industry and even the existing small of insufficient units cannot survive. So this is also one of the major reasons for business combination. And the next one is transport and communication development activities, which means the development of transport facility aggregated the growth of the large scale undertakings. That means it has made economic activity very fast. So now there is close contact with the businessman with others. So it has also contributed to the growth of combination. So the large undertaking began to absorb smaller units to provide the need of the local market. The next cause is research facilities. See, the small firm cannot set up the research development department, while through the business combination, they facilitate, they can enjoy that facility also. So that most of the small industries, they are like to combine the business. And the last one is economic stability, which means that in case of economic and political instability, there is a chance of loss in every moment, right? So to reduce the risk, most of the small scale industry units, they combine themselves with the others. So these are all the reasons for business combination. And the next one is advantages. What are the benefits of business combination? Let me see one by one. The first benefit is eliminate the competition. So here the combination helps to eliminate the possibility of cutthroat competition between or among or more than two business companies of same nature. So this is the biggest advantages of business combination. And the second one is the raise capital. See, which means that business combination helps to raise large amount of capital, which help to expand business activity by acquiring new technology and also adopting improvised method of production. The next advantage is cost reduction. So which means that the large volume of production is possible because of business combination. So the production cost per unit can be reduced. Similarly, the administrative cost, distribution cost, and management cost also be reduced. This is also one of the advantages. The next one is low purchasing cost, which means that large scale purchases is possible because of business combination. So it helps to reduce the material cost and also the transportation cost per unit. So due to the bulk purchase of goods. So this is also one of the advantages. And the next one is fair selling price, which means that the company can fix fair and also the reasonable amount of selling price for its products and services. Because of large scale production, they have the low purchasing cost of raw material and also the low administrative, distributive and selling price, so that they can fix it at minimum level. So that is also one of the reason advantage. And the next one is monopoly. So the business combination helps to achieve monopoly in the market by eliminating the competitors. And the next one is market control. The next one is the market control, which means that the business combination it helps to control total market by using the power of monopoly. The company can control the market price and also supply of its product. And the next advantage is control over and under the production, which means that this combination helps control over under production of goods and also the services by adjusting the demand and supply. And the next one is increased reputation. So this business combination helps to increase the goodwill, reputation, and also the positive image of the company. And the last one is stability. So this combination ensures the stability of the business because of large capital, large scale production and monopoly and regular production and also the proper supply of goods and services. So these are all the advantages of business combination. And let me see the drawbacks. What are the disadvantages of business combination? The first disadvantage is bad effect of monopoly. See, this business combination create the monopoly in the market. So the consumer may suffer from the evil of monopoly, such as they are fixing the high price and low quality product and start your black marketing like this. So this is the major drawback. And the next one is risk of overcapitalization. See, the combined business may suffer from overcapitalization because of huge and unused capital. So it may result in wastage of resources. They fall into profit and also the lower rate of return. So this is also one of the drawback of business combination. And the third one is threat to small firms, which means that the combination is a big threat to other small business firm of similar nature. So it's very difficult for small firms to survive and also the compete with the combined firms. And the next one is complexity in management. See, this business combination create the complexity to perform the management functions like coordination, controlling, supervising, directing, planning, etc. So this is also one of the drawbacks. And the last one is no identity and goodwill, which means that the identity and goodwill of whole company finish, and also the decrease of the combination. So this is the major drawback of this business combination. And the next one is what are the types of business combination? So the types of business combination are divided into 5 categories. The first one is horizontal, second one is vertical, third one is circle, And next one is lateral, and the last one is diagonal. Let me see one by one in detailed manner. The first one is horizontal combination, which means that the combination of the firm producing the same or similar type of products. So they engage in the same or similar, what is the process of production. So the combination of two or more jute mills or textiles mills and factories is the examples of this type of combination. See, this horizontal combination is also called it as parallel combination. Okay, so we can say the example, that is beautiful example in India, Associated Cement Company in India. So this is the best and beautiful example of horizontal combination. The next second one is vertical combination. So it implies the combination of different firms engaged in different processes for manufacturing a given product. So Mr. Professor Robinson defined it that the combination of firms is successive stage of the same industry. A more comprehensive definition was formulated by Henny in his course, like the vertical or sequence of combination utilities organization which are in different places and which represent the successive stage or trade in within the industry. So that we call it as vertical. So the organization combines or not competing side by side, but they stand end to end. So the one receiving the product of the others, its own material like this. In short, the vertical combination is the linking up for all. That means all the stages of production, right from the raw material to finished product. So that we call it a vertical combination. And the third one is circular combination, which means when the industrial unit is producing different varieties of articles combined together to make use of the same distribution outlet. So that combined is also called it a circular combination. So this type of combination is also called it as mixed combination. See the firm entering into the mixed combination and quite disciplined between the dissimilar and non-competitors. So none of the features of other type of combination are found in this type. So the important object of this combination is to secure the benefit of the administrative integration. So that is the major objectives of this combination. And the next type of combination is the lateral combination, which means that the combination of different units, they are producing different product but allied in some way. So that we call it as lateral combination. So examples of allied goods are like radio, fans, heaters, and other electronic goods. So this type of combination is also called it as allied combination. So this type of combination may take either in the following form like convergent or disconvergent lateral combination. And the last combination is diagonal combination. So which means that the integration of the main firm with ancillary services or product required to keeping up the production or services process. So that we call it as diagonal combination. For example, an industrial enterprises, they combine the repair workshop for maintaining the tools and machines in good order, and also a power generating unit. So such a combination can be termed as diagonal combination or service combination. That means the diagonal combination is also called it a services combination. So these are all the types of business combination. So the next one is forms of business combination. So the forms of business combination mainly divided into association, federation, and consolidation. So let me see one by one. The first one is association. So here the business unit combined to attain some purpose without that is surrendering their autonomy. So that we call it as association. So this association are subdivided into three, like the trade association, chamber of commerce, informal agreement. The trade association means under the business unit engaged in a particular trade generally comes together and discuss matter from the promotion of the economic and business interests. So they are generally formed as territory basis. Okay, such association is organized on the non-profit basis and it is essential education. Sometimes the association makes representation to all the government to safeguard the interest of trade and also the industry. The second type of association is the Chamber of Commerce, which means that it is a voluntary association of person connected with commerce, trade, and industry. So these are formed with the object of promoting and protecting the interest of business and business communication in a religion, country, even in the world or as a whole. See, their function like including promoting, supporting, opposing legislative or other measures affecting the trade interest of the members, or the collection of and dissemination of information and concerning trade, commerce, etc. And the next one is they also undertake the function of referring, distributing, arising out of trade activity to attribute for settlement, performing such other thing as may be conclusive to the expansion of trade. The next one is next association is informal agreement, which means that it involves the exchange of promise among members recording restrictions of output or fixing of price, etc. So they are all also referred to the gentleman's agreement. Okay, so this is only the moral duty of business unit to keeping their promises. And the second form of business combination is federation. So the federation form of combination aims at rendering the benefit to the members units for certain specific purpose under a agreement. Of such federation, pose and characters of most notable. Let me see. The first one is pose. It means that the member of the polling agreement join together to regulate the demand or supply of the product without surrendering their separate entities. See, the agreement may related to the regulation of output or reallocation of output or redistribution of income, etc. See, or Honey defined the industrial pool as the form of business organization established through the federation of business units whose members seek a degree of control over the price by combining some factors in the price marketing process in common aggregate and appropriating that aggregate among the members. And the second federation is CAT. That means it is a pool having the common sale agency is called as CAT, right? So it is that an output or profit pool. So the main object of this cartel is the eliminating competition by forming a federation of producers that pool the output and they fix the price and also they sell the product. So the profit reaped the cattle are distributed among the member of the firm. So the unit or we call it as predetermined basis. And the third form of business organization is consolidation. It is actually divided into two forms. One is partial consolidation and another one is complete consolidation. First, we see the partial consolidation. In that, first one is trust. So the trust may be defined as a form of business organization through temporary consolidation in which the shareholder of the constitute organization under a trust agreement, the transfer of controlling amount of their stock to the board of trustee in exchange of trusted certificate. Okay, so that we call it as trust. So these trust certificates show their equitable interest in the income of the combination. So that trustees under the trust manage the affairs the member of concern in the interest of all real owners who are entitled to divide based on the trust certificate they held by them. And the second partial consolidation is holding company. So which means that it is the form of business organization that created to combine industrial unit by owing a controlling amount of their share capital. Okay, the controlling companies are referred as subsidiary companies. So the subsidiaries are independent and also the function in their name only. So, but they are effectively managed by the holding company. And the last partial consolidation is community of interest. See, a community of interest may be defined as a form of business organization in which, without any formal central administration, the business policies of several companies is controlled by the group of common stakeholder or director. So that the administration of different companies is possible either through managerial integration or administrative integration or financial integration. So these are all comes under partial consolidation. And coming to the complete consolidation, in complete consolidation, the combining units lose their entity. There are three different types of complete consolidations are there. The first one is merger. So a merger takes place when two or more organizations merge and their operation are absorbed by the new organization. So that we call it as mergers. And coming to the acquisition means it refers to, it is the process of acquiring a company at a price, at a particular price. It is called it as acquisition price, and also we call it as acquisition premium. So the price is paid in term of cash or acquiring the company shares or both. So that we call it as acquisition. And the last one is amalgamation, which means that it is an agreement where two or more companies consolidate their business to form a new firm or become a subsidiary of any one of the company. So that we call it as amalgamation. So for partial purpose, for practical purpose, the amalgamation and mergers of the term we can use interchangeably. Okay. So these are all the different forms of business organization. Thank you.